Miss Story, what's up with you?
I'm good. What's going on?
I'm doing all right. I know we got in late. We're here a little late, but we still giving the people what they need. We're still giving the people what they've stayed up for. Insecure, season 3, episode 7, Obsessed
Yeah.
Like. Miss Story. Why was Issa so needy and just so obsessed and talking to herself? Why was she so crazy in this episode? I've never seen her this crazy in an episode.
Well, I think she was being very vulnerable. Like not really. Nathan introduces something new to her, right? And so I think it was the fear of losing that because she met him and introduced him to something that she wanted to do, and he just kind of like left it, you know what I mean? And then he kind of like called ghost. But that goes back to what I said last week though, about how females put certain things in their minds. And so if there's not clarity on what things are, then things can kind of go far left. So, hey, what's up, Ronald?
Ronald, what's up with you, fam? We talking Insecure season 3, episode 7. My girl Issa out here looking nuts, man. She waking up, having these dreams, thinking that she losing her teeth. She's waking up, checking her phone, seeing if Nathan called her. Miss Story, I ain't never seen her act like this over Daniel. I ain't never seen her act like this over my boy Lawrence. But this new dude out of Houston who came to LA to see about Issa got Issa shaking up. Issa running around here in trench coats. She ain't comb her hair. She in her pajamas, staking out the man's house. Is this what women do, Miss Story? Let me know something.
It is what some women do. It ain't something that I would do, but it is something that some women do. You got to remember the show is called Insecure. So it just really shows you all the insecurities that she really has with herself. Because if you think about it, she kept saying, well, what did I do wrong? Like, why am I not enough? Right. And I think she needs to explore that. Like what's going on with her. Ain't got nothing to do with Nathan. Like really, it's not even about the new dude. It's none of that. It's really what's going on with her. And you can really tell like she need to sit down and like really have a come to heart Jesus moment, whatever you want to call it, heart to heart with herself. That's what she needs.
Speaking, great segue, Miss Story. Speaking of Jesus, my boy Lawrence, he wakes up and he realizes, man, I'm tripping out here. I need to get my life together. So he goes to the church with his home. What's the light-skinned brother's name? The funny brother.
Chad. Chad.
He goes to church with Chad. Now, you got this old corny preacher up there talking about, yeah, some of y'all on Instagram, instead of sliding in the DM, slide to Jesus. I'm like, come on, brother. And you can hear people in the crowd, amen, slide to Jesus. And the whole time, at first Chad was like, man, what is we doing here? And then my boy my boy Lawrence, he in there like, man, okay, man, you ready to go? Chad then broke down crying, walked down the aisle, and gave his life to Jesus with this old corny pastor. But, Miss Story, when they're leaving the church, my boy Lawrence finds a new woman out there. Huh? How you feel about that? Tell me where you at with that.
I'm happy Lawrence moving on. I'm happy to see him doing something productive with his relationships. I should say that instead of just, be out here, just giving these niggas, just giving them whatever. That's pretty much what he was doing. Giving them some, what's the word? What's the word you used last time?
What I say?
That word. Giving them that work. That's what it was.
The boy Nathan was out there. I mean, Nathan. Why I keep saying Nathan?
Lawrence.
That boy Lawrence was out there giving them girls that work. But now he kind of trying to slow it down. He realized that he's getting older. And maybe that STD was a wake-up call for him. You think so?
Oh, yeah. I definitely think the STD was a wake-up call. And the fact that he see that his boy is wilding out, too. like when you think about it, this dude was almost married, right? He was gonna be with somebody, and then all of a sudden, he acting out now too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we kind of missed the underlining part of that,
Right.
and we noticed that he may or may not, need to be around homeboy. Like that's his homeboy, right? They
Mm-hmm.
cool. I'm not saying they don't have a good friendship, but that may not be where he want to be right now. Like he actually wants to settle down, figure out what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wild out. So I think it was weird to him that his friend had a, come to Jesus moment. Like, oh, wait a minute, like the most rawest dude I ever known, and he so it made him question a whole lot of things.
See, this is why you got Miss Story on the joint, because she's bringing you perspective that I wouldn't have gave to you, man. That I wouldn't have given to you. My partner say maybe they don't need to be friends. Maybe seeing your boy kind of wild out, and then all of a sudden give his life to God. My boy Lawrence like man, hold on, wait a minute. The preacher corny. Now my boy in here giving his life to God. I don't know if I should be in church or this particular church.
Right.
Now also watch this too, Miss Story. He meets up with the young lady. The young lady, they go for ice cream. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, all right, Lawrence, hey, the young lady, she a nice looking woman, maybe you can make something happen. But then she texts him like, hey, are we gonna link up later? And then he kind of blows her off. Like what were your feelings when let me answer it first, Miss Story.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little confused because I thought he had found somebody that kind of connects with what he's trying to do right now, but he kind of blew her off. He kind of hit her back with a text like, I'll hit you back later. I don't know if I'm gonna make that happen. Where were you at when you saw that exchange?
I mean, okay, so I'm gonna try to be as non-biased as possible. I'm totally not the church girl. That's not my thing. It's not at all. So, what I will say is, I think that she kind of scared him a little bit because, she said it took her, she had to get comfortable with what was happening, and it took her about a year. And he was like, a year? Like you stayed at a church for a year, you didn't feel comfortable? Like what the? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of why he hit her with that. It wasn't like it's not her. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying he may not be attracted to her or whatever. It's just more like he was trying to get a perspective, and she didn't really kind of give him the answer he wanted to hear. So by her saying, "Oh, you coming to Bible study tonight?" type of thing, it was like, I don't think this church is for me. So probably not. You cool. I'll hit you later. You know what I'm saying?
That's good perspective. We're gonna get back to Lawrence and Issa, but let's talk about Molly for a second, Miss Story. Molly goes on a date with the Asian guy. And at first, Molly kind of takes a little slight dig at the Asian guy. I think she called him a savage or something like that. And then he kind of comes back with her, but she couldn't take it. And she ups and leaves. What was that about?
Same thing. The show is called Insecure. She can't deal with her baggage. She can't deal with what's happening in the background. But then on the other hand, I will say this. What she said was true. It's a thin line between saying something and taking it too far. He definitely don't know her to be joking about whatever the situation is. Now, he can say what he want to say, but he kind of like jumped that line a little bit. Because if you getting to know somebody, you can't come at them with like, oh, so a married man did that to you? Like, what? Because truly, he don't know the situation, nor did she explain the situation. And it happened in like, we were high and drunken. Like, it wasn't we having a regular conversation and I know what happened, I know how you feel type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that the context might have been taken out with him. And I feel like he could have approached it a whole lot differently. And then it may not have been like that because he did take a dig at her. But that's also her not being okay with what happened. She's still hurt about that.
So after that happened, Issa, let's get back to Issa. I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Issa woke up and she's still trying to figure out, man, where's this cat Nathan at? They got fake accounts that her and her friends share, and they jumping in the is this a real thing with women?
I don't have a fake Instagram account. I have no idea how it works. I think that women can be nosy. I think that we're sneaky. I think that we can do a lot of different things. I think it just depends on how you are. If you insecure like that and you really trying to sneak around, I guess you could find out stuff. And I think too, social media kind of gives you the okay to kind of do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like if we had regular communication skills instead of like hitting people in DMs and blah, blah, you know what I'm saying? It may not be so open. But because social media is there and you can like check and see if somebody's, you know, at a place because they tagged at this place or they did that, it kind of opens you up to kind of look for those things or kind of make you want to look for those things.
That's good. That's good. Now, you know what, Miss Story? Again, this shows you how down Issa and Molly are for each other. Issa out here looking, her hair all over her head. She got on pajamas. She got a trench coat on. And Molly done already told the Asian dude that, nah, I ain't feeling you like that. But on the strength of my girl Issa, I'm going to get in the whip and I'm going to head to the Asian dude's house to see if Nathan was there. To see if Nathan was there. They get to the house. Issa is like, oh, I got to use the restroom. Then the Asian guy's like, yeah, there's one downstairs. But Issa's walking upstairs. And the Asian dude like, hold on, you know, but Issa done already made up her mind to go up in the boy's room. She's walking around there. She's snooping through Nathan's room. She about to check the trash. She gonna try to hack into the brother's computer. And again, Miss Story, this ain't Daniel. This ain't Lawrence. She's doing this with my new cat Nathan. What's up? Is this how women move out here?
Sometimes. Sometimes that's how they move. Without going too hard on my girl, I'ma say this. She's very emotional about different things. And it's not just again, it's not really about Nathan. It's really not about Nathan. Like it seems like it is, but it really isn't. It's something totally deeper. She keeps questioning her own self. Like, why isn't it not working? Like almost like it didn't work with Lawrence. You know, okay, I can fault that because I did something wrong, right? It didn't work with Daniel. Okay, I did something wrong, so I can fault that. This one, what did I do wrong? Like, what happened? What was the situation? Oh, I gave him I gave it up too soon. Or, she's questioning all of those things. And it's really more of her being insecure with herself, not being secure enough in knowing that everything ain't for her. You know what I'm saying? And then the other part of it is he gave her so much confidence behind doing things that gave her dreams. She almost feels like she can't do it on her own. She's questioning herself because this new dude was like so supportive of it and no one else was. You know, not even her friends are supportive of her. They're like, you doing what, girl? A block party?
Wow.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute, girl. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a confidence issue in, can I really do these things? And if Nathan's not around, oh my God, I can't do these things. So where is Nathan? You see what I'm saying? Think about it.
I get my partner coming through with the perspective right now, because I'm just sitting like, man, why she checking for this brother like that? But my partner broke it down that she kind of, at this point, she kind of feels like she needs Nathan in her life. But check this out, Miss Story. Nearing the end of the episode, after she sees that she's not hearing from Nathan, she realizes that she's nuts out here.
She was tripping.
Yeah, she was tripping with a capital T. She begins to delete Nathan's number. She unfollows him with the fake account. She just gets rid of Nathan, right? Because she feels like, man, I'm doing too much. I need to get back focused again. She goes to an entrepreneur meeting that my boy Lawrence had kind of hooked her up with. Then we find out that after the meeting, Lawrence and Issa, they link up and they go to have coffee. And you know what I thought when I saw this when I saw this particular scene, Miss Story, I'm like, man, did they need to just separate for a second, mature a little bit, then come back together?
That could very well be true. But what I got from it is that sometimes you can have really good friendships from something that happens. Because to be completely honest, I am totally, absolutely like friends with my ex. Like, and when I say friends, like we just have we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And it's no malice, it's nothing. You know what I mean? And it just shows growth in people. Doesn't mean that they might be together, they might not be together. We don't know. We can't put pressure on what could may or may not happen, right? But what we can say is even if nothing, they had a good friendship to begin with, right? And even though they had a bad breakup and they needed, space, they still are friends at the end and supportive of each other. So I think that goes to show with they friendship, not necessarily them being together. Because remember, she did state she's finally over him. Like she feels good about being over him. And you could tell like kind of the awkwardness is going away. Like Issa is awkward, right? She's like totally the awkward girl. But you can tell the awkwardness of their conversations is dwindling. It's not as awkward as it was before.
On how do you feel it is on my boy Lawrence's end? Do you feel like it's kind of over, or is he, does he still have feelings for her?
Oh, I think it's definitely over for Lawrence. He's stated multiple times he wouldn't take her back. So I definitely don't think that he's gonna take her back. But we'll see. He may have a change of heart. I don't think he's gonna take her back. I think that he's finally forgiven her. I think he's okay, but I don't know. I just don't see this being a relationship. Like, I just don't see it happening like that.
Okay, man, my partner, Miss Story, man, we season 3, episode 7. Check this out. Nathan is wherever he is. We assume he's out the picture. Daniel is out the picture. My boy Lawrence is back, but he ain't checking for Issa, and Issa ain't checking for him. So now we have the season finale next week for Insecure. We're waiting to see how Issa's gonna move. We're waiting to see how how my boy Lawrence is gonna move, and we're waiting to see what's going on with Nathan. Because I'm telling you now, like I said back in the gap, it's something ain't right going on. And now things are starting to make sense. And I think we're going to get our answer next week. Do you think we're going to find out something?
We're going to find out our answer. But what I think is happening, and I'm just going to throw this out here, this is what I think. So, when you have an investigation with certain different things that happen, the Uber situation happened, I think that Nathan can't communicate with Issa because she was the driver for a certain amount of time because of the investigation. That's what I think is really happening. But we're not going to know that until like later on. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. Because I know a lot of times I've been through like one of those kind of situations before where like certain people you just couldn't talk to because there was a situation happening. So I want to say that's what it is, so that she is not liable for whatever has happened, because he may have told a completely different story that got her off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be her fault. We don't know. We really don't know the situation. So I think you should give Nathan the benefit of the doubt. Think that he being a good dude right now, right? And when we find out he being a good dude, I'm gonna need you to back up off of him. And if not, then I will take the blame and be like, you know what, Houston niggas ain't shit. No, I'm just playing.
There you have it, man. We got the Insecure season 3, episode 7. My partner, Miss Story, is riding for Nathan, just like she rode for Daniel at the beginning of the season. I'm noticing that we can't keep it consistent, but I'm noticing the loyalty. So respect to my partner, Miss Story, man. Miss Story, anything you want to let the people know before we get up out of here?
Nah, man. What you got going on? What you got up?
Man, I gotta get with you on when you talk about. I watched that movie you had put me on, the Napoli Ever After.
Right. So I can't on Tuesday then. Let's Tuesday night. I'm gonna do Hair Tip Tuesdays on the I Am Queen Hair, my business brand for my hair education. So at THEIAMQUEENHAIR. We're gonna do live Hair Tip Tuesday, and we're gonna break down this movie. We're gonna talk about it. It's serious. Nappily Ever After was it. I watched it twice. I think I'm gonna watch it a third time just so I can like take extra notes. So yeah, it's gonna be in depth for real.
Mm, there you go, my partner. She's doing the hair. She was watching a movie about the hair, so now Lathan's hair was just like mine is right now in the movie, and my partner's gonna break it down. I think I'm gonna jump in there with my partner, and I'm gonna talk from the dude's perspective because I didn't know it's a lot of things that opened my eyes in the movie that I'm used to just waking up. I could throw soap in my head and go on about my business. Y'all got to do all the other stuff, and then you have other people who view you differently. It was a whole bunch, but I'm glad I watched it. I can't wait to see what you talking about with it, and we gonna make some things shake, Miss Story.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. Y'all follow my partner, Miss Story, man. MS_STORI. If you following me, that's cool. Man, y'all know what it is. BreadTuck Rob, BreadTuckLegacy forever. Got my partner, Miss Story. Y'all mucho, take it easy. H-Town all day. All right, girl.